to bring you, those of you that are in this sanctuary and those of you that are watching. Father, I'm asking that as this word was preached tonight, that, Father, you begin to highlight in the minds and in the spirits of your people the relationships, God, that you desire to rearrange. The proximities, the closeness, the depths, the capacities. Father, I pray that you would begin to reveal those things in the lives of your people. Father, those who have been depressed and those who have been bogged down and those who have been overwhelmed with their relational life or the lack thereof, Father, I pray that as we follow you and as we follow your instructions, that, Father, you began to cause us to come into relationships and cause us to come into teachings and cause us to come into wisdom that would raise our relational and our emotional IQ, that we would be able to function more healthily in relationships, that we would be able to function, Lord, as you designed us to function in community, in siblinghood, Lord, in every area, in marriage, in family, Lord, that you've designed for us to be relational. Father, I thank you that you are even in this moment across the airways, that, Father, you are healing relational wounds. Oh, yes, that, Father, you are beginning the process to heal those who have withdrawn their hope and who have withdrawn their belief in the power of the right relationships. Father, I thank you that every barrier that would cause us to self-sabotage relationships that you are bringing into our lives, we ask you right now that you would expose it, that you would expose it, that you would expose it. Father, we open ourselves to the healing balm of Gilead, and we say, heal us from all relational trauma. Heal us, Lord, from the things that cause us to second guess intimacy with people that you are bringing us into covenant with. Father, I thank you that even in this moment you are healing pastoral and leadership wounds, that you are dealing, oh God, with the trespasses of men and women that you have called that have not dealt well with your sheep. And I thank you that you are drawing them to houses, that you are drawing them to places that would treat them like you would, that would cause them to see you again as the great shepherd. Father, we thank you that above all else, we continue to pursue our relationship with you. Father, we cry for deeper intimacy with you. Father, you've given us a pattern on the earth, but Father, that pattern that has been offended, that pattern that has been dysfunctional, Father, it has crept in to our relationship with you. Father, it has jaded our perspective of you. But Father, we set our gaze. Father, we look to you. Father, we look to you as the infallible one, the holy one, the one who has done no wrong, the one who is holy, the one who is altogether lovely. Teach us, teach us, teach us, teach us how to be your sons and your daughters. Teach us. That is our cry. Teach us, oh God. Teach us. Teach us, oh God, how to be your sons and daughters. Father, your word says that they would know that we were your disciples by our love one for another. Father, we ask you, teach us how to love. Father, we admit that for some of us that's a foreign concept. Father, for some of us, we don't fully comprehend it. We don't know it. We don't understand it. But Father, it is our desire that we are taught of you what love is, what your kind of love is, the way that you intended for us to love, the way that you intended for us to do agreement with your definition. Father, we come in agreement with your definition. Father, we come into agreement with your definition. And Father, even for those that are watching or those that may be in this room that are dealing like Abram did, specifically with familial transitions. And navigating difficult and strange spaces and places in their natural family life. Father, I just thank you. And I impart more grace. Grace, 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 grace for those that are in a tough spot. Those that may be trying to explain certain moves, certain transitions, certain consecrations, certain ways of living. Father, I just thank you and I impart and I speak over them more grace, more grace, more grace, more grace. Grace to discern when to speak. Grace when to discern when to pull back. Grace to know when to go in closer. Grace to know when to pull back. Grace to know, grace to know, grace to know, grace to know, grace to know. Grace to know when to be present, grace when to know when to be absent, grace to know what you're giving them, the leeway to do and be, and what you are restricting in them. Father, I thank you for that grace being released over the airways, over the sound to those who are under the sound of my voice. I release grace, fresh grace for those transitions, fresh grace for those decisions, fresh grace, fresh grace, fresh grace, fresh, fresh, fresh.